So let's move on to the medical board in Florida as a committee takes next step to ban gender affirming healthcare for trans kids.
The Joint Committee of the Florida Board of Medicine and the Board of Osteopathic Medicine convened, wherein they established a rule that would prohibit doctors from prescribing gender affirming treatments for anyone under the age of 18. What this now means is that anyone under the age of 18 is no longer allowed to have access to gender affirming medications, puberty blockers for the youngest, hormone treatments for the oldest. So we are looking at the very first state that has made it completely impossible for transgender youth to receive gender affirming care. This is bad news. There were some loopholes wherein teens who were already on gender affirming care could possibly continue that. That loophole has now been closed. There was also talk of establishing a registry of transgender youth so that they could be identified for whatever reason they feel that it is necessary. We know that the medical board is being supported by medical professionals who are not providing a full picture of what gender affirming care is. We know that these boards and politicians are being influenced by individuals who have a paid agenda to speak against gender affirming care. And it really is a matter of, Florida has decided that they are going to attack in the most hurtful of way a population of youth. Now, we have seen that what happens in places like Florida or Texas gets repeated in other states. We should be prepared to see this coming in other states as well.
Mhm. And the thing is, we've seen the laws, we've seen the attempts at the laws, and we've seen courts that have blocked them and things like this. This is coming from the medical board, like when it's coming from the attorney general and things like that. It starts to get harder and harder to defend against when it's
Mhm.
quote unquote medical professionals who
Right.
are saying this kind of thing. And I'll go back to the thing that I love to harp on this show: that if you are a provider of a social service, you should not be able to deny any kind of service based on religion. Religion should have nothing to do with a social service that folks need, um, as a common service. So this is a massive violation for me of the intent of what medical care is. And I really hope that this is struck down somehow and then it doesn't spread, or it is struck down everywhere that they try to spread it, because it's terrible.